Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Not all heroes wear capes. Celebrate her this Mother's Day at Quartz. Save up to 40% off selected furniture, appliances, and electronics. Get free accessories with selected purchases and much more. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay $0 for 30 days. And before you check out, don't forget to add extended warranty with our Quartz Super Shield product, which will protect your purchase for up to 4 years. Celebrate moms with us only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends May 31st, 2023.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Minister of Education and National Reconciliation Curtis King has emphasized the importance of the promotion of mental health in the workplace. Minister King, who was at the time speaking on Star FM, made mention of a 2-day workshop on mental health, which he lauded as being an excellent idea that should be continued. We hear more from the Education Minister.
The Department of Adult and Continuing Education in the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation had a 2-day workshop on mental health, and I thought that was an excellent idea, and it started a conversation that I believe should be continued. And I'm even saying, I hope even through the Employees Assistance Program that conversation could continue, but was moved beyond the conversation also, and find ways of implementing measures that would promote mental health in the workplace.
That was the Minister of Education and National Reconciliation, Curtis King. According to the article by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPA, in the Caribbean and worldwide, mental health disorders are now recognized as the 5th major non-communicable disease and a major threat to health and economic development in the 21st century. The interest of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is not to manage hotels, but to build them. This is according to Minister of Finance Camilo Gonzalez, who was announcing that bids for the management of the Holiday Inn Express will be opening this week. The finance minister said with things progressing as they are right now, the hotel is set to be opened this November. We hear more from the finance minister.
Investment in the Holiday Inn Express, we'll be opening that hotel end of year. We expect that it will be finished in November, all things proceeding according to plan. We're going to go out next week with a call for entities to manage the hotel. Remember, the interest of the government is not to manage hotels. The interest of the government is to build hotels, have hotel rooms in the country. But we don't want to, we're not hoteliers. We don't want to be managed. So we're going to put out a call for entities to bid to manage the Holiday Inn Express.
That was the Minister of Finance, Camilo Gonzalez. He said that it is the government's hope that the local hoteliers and local organizations that, with experience in hospitality, put forward bids to manage the Holiday Inn Express. Still on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has disclosed that the NIS was able to improve its finances through its investments with the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Prime Minister, while speaking on WEFM's Issue at Hand program on Sunday, said the National Insurance Services, NIS, has benefited from its investments with the government. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
Fortunately, that they had an exposure to the government to the tune of about 11%. And it is that which kept investment income more buoyant than it otherwise would have been. So rather than the government's, the exposure to the government being a drag, in fact, it assisted. It assisted because the interest rates which were higher than what is earned from the overseas investments. And we paid. We didn't default.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, speaking on WEFM's Issue at Hand program. The Prime Minister was, while making it clear that the NIS is a well-run financial institution, noted that it has encountered challenges in recent years with overseas investments. On to news in the region. Guyanese President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali is in Qatar seeking to build business and bilateral relations between both nations. Ali arrived in the Qatari capital Doha on Sunday, and he was greeted by Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Sultan bin Saad Al Maraki at the Hamad International Airport. Joining Ali on the trip is Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, the Director of Presidential Affairs, and Marcia Nadir Sharma. The President's office said Ali met with Qatar's Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Mohammed bin Abdurrahman Al Thani and Minister of Finance Ali bin Ahmed Al Kawari on Monday. Discussions centered on several areas of mutual cooperation between Guyana and Qatar, the President's office said in a social media post. Ali presented the senior government officials with paintings from Guyanese artist Delon Craig. Cuba's new ambassador to Barbados, Janet Stable Cadenas, is committed to working to improve agriculture in both countries. Ambassador Cadenas indicated this during a courtesy call with Barbados' Minister of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security, Inda Ware. Noting that Minister Ware had started the conversation with her predecessor towards improving agriculture in Barbados, the ambassador said she hoped to continue those discussions and to have concrete actions in the agricultural sphere. She also stated that Cuba was open to identifying the challenges and working towards developing solutions in the future, which would lead to many opportunities in the field of agriculture. Minister Ware, who congratulated Ambassador Cadenas on her appointment, acknowledged that there were many areas for discussion and collaboration and stated that sugarcane was at the top of the list. On the international scene, American multinational oil and gas corporation ExxonMobil has settled a long-running lawsuit brought by villagers who allege soldiers the oil giant hired to guard a natural gas facility in the Indonesian province of Aceh committed murder and torture. The two sides agreed to resolve all matters according to a joint filing on Monday. A lawyer for the villagers said the terms were confidential. A spokesperson for ExxonMobil said the settlement brings closure for all parties. Filed in 2001, the case was brought by 11 villagers in Aceh who alleged they were victims of human rights abuses committed by Indonesian soldiers brought in to guard the oil and gas plant in the city of Luxukon between 1999 and 2003. The allegations included sexual assault, battery, and unlawful detention. Al Jazeera reports that a trial to decide whether the company was negligent in contracting the Indonesian soldiers had been scheduled to start in Washington, D.C. on May 24th. ExxonMobil had denied being aware of any human rights violations and said the company could not be held responsible for any abuses that did occur as it did not order or authorize them. And finally, in sports, fast bowler Jofra Archer has been ruled out for the summer, but Johnny Bairstow has returned to the England Test squad as wicketkeeper in place of Ben Fowkes. Bairstow, who has not played for England since breaking his leg in August, will take the gloves against Ireland on June 1st. According to BBC Sport, fast bowler Archer has a recurrence of the stress fracture in his right elbow. James Anderson is named in the 15-man squad despite suffering a groin injury whilst playing for Lancashire. The four-day test against the Irish at Lord's is England's final preparation for the Ashes series against Australia, which begins on June 16th. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
This month, make it all about her. Give the gift of eye care with new glasses from Quartz Optical. Show mom you care. Book her an appointment today at quartzoptical.com and get a chance to win a luxury day pass for two. Say Happy Mother's Day with new glasses from Quartz Optical. Value you can see.